Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Interview with DJ Nocturna. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment if you like this video. Well, my guest is two wonderful people, Dutch vocalist Yvette Winkler and
Oh,
producer.
you pronounced that really well.
I do, yeah. And
Yeah.
producer composer Frank Weyzig from Vaselyne.
Hi.
Thank you both for joining me. Yeah, how do other people pronounce it?
You mean my name?
My
Yeah.
name or Yvette's name?
Yeah. Well, my name is like it's difficult, but on the other hand, like Winkler is a name that you have in the States as well. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's pretty good. But his name is like, yeah, you can say it yourself, Frank.
Yeah, well, you know, internationally, it's probably the best to say Weyzig, but in Dutch it would be Weyzig, and nobody can pronounce
Okay,
it.
Weyzig. Okay.
Yeah.
Weyzig.
Well, like I got the first one right, and the second one.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Practicing in there, that one. But thank you both for joining me. I really, really love your music, particularly the new one as well, because I love the use of the violin and the flute in your music. The lyric is amazing as well. I love the music. It's very what is it? Ethereal. And of course I love sadness. It invokes,
Yes,
it invokes more, it's coming from the heart. I can see that. And you work really well together in this collaboration. I can see that. You guys been around for a while now. I mean, you started on 2011, right?
Yeah,
2011. And I know that you were in a Dutch band called Sea of Souls. You were one of the co-founders of that band. And then Frank, I know you're the original member of the original band, the Clan of Xymox, when they first started off. And I have to say that those two albums are one of my favorite albums of all, Medusa especially, and of course the Clan of Xymox. It's always so good to play those in the dance floor, and I still do. So and I also know you were for an album. You were in the band called Born for Bliss, and yeah. So it's so good to have you guys. And now you collaborated in this project. It's called Vaselyne. And, the name is can you tell us a little bit about how did you come up with the name for your band?
Yeah, that's actually a very not very interesting story. I have like dry skin, so I always have like a small tin of Vaseline in my bag.
Oh.
And then it was just like, that could be interesting if you just switch the I for the Y, and then it became Vaselyne with a Y. So
Okay.
it's not a very interesting story. Like I think Frank once says, because someone once in an interview asked why Vaseline, and I think Frank said why the Beatles. It's it's just a name. It suits us.
Yeah, when I looked up the name Vaselyne, of course I couldn't find it. You're the only one with that spelling, but there is of course Vaselyne. Yeah, exactly what you said. So yeah, now I get it. And then how did you both come together to form the project? And I know that has a lot to do with Pieter Nooten. He's somehow connected to the meeting.
Yeah.
Collaboration.
Yeah. Frank, you wanna take this one?
Yeah, sure. I mean, well, I think it goes back to when we were on what was it called?
MySpace.
MySpace. It's a long time ago, so you forget the name.
Oh yeah.
And he was working with Pieter, and Pieter and I have a long history, of course, when we worked with Xymox. So then she found out that I was on MySpace, and she listened to some of my music, and Yvette contacted me to ask if we could do a project. And that's how it basically started. And I was very impressed with her vocals when we did the first demo. So and from that time on, it really went just, by itself. So that's basically how it started.
Yeah, remember those days. Yeah, I was working with Pieter at the time. I did vocals for two of his albums. And I don't know what happened. On MySpace, the same as in Facebook, you have these, do you know this person? Then I saw Frank, and then I clicked on his music, and I listened to it, and I thought, this is interesting. Like, no one is doing this. So I sent him a message, like, would you like to maybe try something? And then we recorded, I think it was Not to Be Mine, as a demo from the first album, and that turned out so good that we thought, well, we must do something with this. And then Vaselyne was born.
Wow, just like that, huh? Is that?
Yeah, just like that.
Sometimes you see there's magic in the collaboration when you meet somebody and you're like meant to do something together.
Yeah.
So, I know one of my favorite tracks is Earthbound. I know
Oh, thank you.
that's the first the EP that came out really on the following year after you
Yeah.
got together, right? And I really love Earthbound because I can hear the violin. It's beautiful, and I know there's a video on that as well, which is absolutely amazing. I love that video of Earthbound, and I wanted to ask you about that video because you're underwater, right? And how did you record that underwater?
Actually, that video was shot by the same person that did the Wedding to Hill video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's a Dutch yeah, documentary maker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Frank.
Yeah, she's a close friend of mine, and she's a documentary maker and doing.
Yeah,
she did some video clips for my other projects as well. So that's how we got in touch to do this for his.
Was
Yeah.
was that film in the Netherlands?
Yeah, I did that actually in a pool.
Oh, in a pool.
Yeah,
I was thinking
yeah.
it must have been really cold.
No, yeah. Yeah, it always is. I never go swimming in the Netherlands outside. No, it was in a pool. Yeah, it was horrifying. I had all these like this fake hair and it was really long, and then I was underwater, and I'm scared of water as it is, and then all the hair just twisted around me, and it was like the first 10 minutes I was like, oh my god, this is horrible. But then when I like relaxed into it, yeah, it turned out really beautiful though. I always wanted to do something like that, but it was scary.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't tell it's in the pool. It looks like you're in the in some river or some outdoor thing.
Yeah,
And
we had all these like black drapes.
Yeah.
That we had like around the edges, so the whole pool was made black. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I could see Frank in the video too, walking, and it's in the forest or wherever that is.
Yeah, that's in the Netherlands, close to Amsterdam, at the coast though.
Oh.
So basically, the same sort of area where we shot the video.
Yeah.
Oh, the way yeah, that's another good video. I love, I just love the use of the violin in the tracks, and that video is also very I could see the transformation thing going on there with the butterfly.
Yeah,
and I think that's a really good use of images, images in there, the imagery that you have and you're trying to invoke. So tell us a little bit about that that latest single. I know it just got released, and is it part of an album that's coming out soon?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the first single of the new album. Yeah, we're gonna release the album hopefully beginning of the next year, but
okay.
Yeah, so it's the first single of the album.
Are you going to be releasing more other singles before you release the album?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully this year. We haven't decided about that yet with the new label and
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the new
Yes.
up with Comp International. Yeah, I was really happy when I saw that. That's why I contacted you guys. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the interview with Christian and John Fryer.
Yeah. I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think that's the same time that you guys appeared in Comp International. So I said, oh wow, okay. I think it's just the right timing for me, and I think I should ask, to do the interview. So tell us about the video, Waiting to Exhale. What is that whole concept of that song? And because it seems like it's about transformation, and I love it. I love the whole image of the butterfly.
Yeah, actually it is. When I write lyrics, I try not to tell a story per se. It's more like invoking a sort of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
But what you said is right. It's about transformation. It's about getting free from something which is holding you back. It can be whatever, a bad relationship, or yeah, in this case, I think it's more about the bad relationship. It's this woman, she has this cape and it's really heavy, and the cape is like imagery for just something which is like holding you like down and pressing on you, literally on your shoulders. And then in the end, yeah, she becomes a butterfly and she breaks free and moves into something new.
Beautiful. Yeah, I love the ending, how it fades away into a drum. It sounds like a heartbeat almost. Which I think
Frank.
That's a good use of that. That's what I saw. I saw that, when you hear music, you kind of see the image before you see the video. and then
Well,
we
you
see
know,
the video.
the way how we write is it's like basically I come up with a sort of a demo, could be a piano part or an acoustic guitar or whatever. I'll send it to Yvette, and then Yvette comes up with the lyrics and sort of, you know, the melody for the vocals. That gives
Oh,
me more an idea of what the general mood for the song will be. And then I just start sculpturing and painting the sounds, as it were, you know, like putting
yeah.
some guitars
Wow.
on top of it, or strings or whatever, maybe drums, or maybe, you know, the stuff that you're talking about right now, those two videos, those are more mellow pieces that we
Yeah.
have worked on. But there's also some rougher stuff on the album. So,
Oh, okay. Oh,
but,
I'm looking forward to the album then. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be surprising for people because we're known for doing like ballads and the whole ethereal thing. But on the new album, we have some like heavier songs, more rock.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we did a lot of collaborations, which is really nice, I think, for people to see. We worked with a lot of friends.
Yes.
Yeah, John is on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For example, we have Lynette from Xymox. I'm not going to say everyone because it needs to be a surprise, but yeah, it's different,
Oh,
different
okay.
than the
Oh,
first album. Yeah.
now I'm getting really curious now.
Mhm.
Start the curiosity in me. Okay. So how many songs are you gonna have in the new album?
What is it,
It's
like
like
11?
12 or something like
Yeah,
that.
11 or
Oh,
12.
okay.
Yeah.
Depends,
And
you know.
and I know Martin Bowes of Attrition did the mastering of
Yeah.
the Waiting to Exhale, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He did the whole album. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah. He's a
okay.
friend. So
Yeah.
I worked with him on his album as well. So
I know you were in the Alibi, right? You
yeah.
were
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I just absolutely love that song, and I'm waiting for the Black Mariah to come out too. So
Yeah. Yeah. He's still working on that.
yeah,
And he's a perfectionist like we are. So he's taking his time
I
with the
know.
album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally love Martin. Martin,
He's such a nice person.
no,
He's really,
very.
really nice person. Yeah.
And Yvette, I know you also work with Peter Nooten, okay, for his album Here Is Why.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how did you get involved with working with him in that album?
Same. MySpace as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I just heard this music and I just started talking with him, and then he listened to Sea of Souls, my band, and he was starting on that album, and he just asked if I wanted to be on the album. I said, yeah, sure. Yeah, and I did. Well, let me see. I did
Yeah,
one
Fading,
song
right?
by myself, yeah, Fading, and then
Yeah, yeah.
I did a duet, and I did some
Uh,
backing vocals as well.
no,
Yeah.
I like that song Fading. I recognize it.
Yeah,
I recognize you in the song.
yeah, I really like that song as well. It's a very beautiful song. Yeah.
Well, I know you got the Comic International now. You're on the label, so if somebody wanted to reach out to you guys, I know you have Vaselyne.com and
Yeah.
compinternational.com. So how did that happen with the collaboration to join the family of the Comp International?
Frank, you want to say that?
Well, that's basically it. Well, I can
Yeah,
say
give him time. He got to talk now.
well, you know, we started to think about how is it possible to get ourselves more known, you know, outside to get more. Well, anyway, Yvette is better in getting, you know, people
Yeah.
connected. So I told Yvette, better maybe it's your job to do this, and
Yeah. 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 What happens is that like I'm very social. I talk to a lot of people like on Facebook and Messenger and stuff like that. And how did I come into contact with Christian? I'm not sure.
John Fryer,
I
right?
said that. Yeah. The thing is, we were talking about how do we want to release this album, and do we want to do it ourselves or do we want to go with a label again? And then the question was like, which label? And I just, because nowadays you can do it yourself. You just go on Bandcamp and you just release an album if you want to. But I was just looking for more of a support system. And I know John, and I know a lot of people that are on that album, like Catalina, and so I was just looking at like Greg as well, you know, Greg Rolfs. So
Mhm.
I was just looking at how it was like taking shape, and I saw all these people that I know on that label, and then I thought, well, this is something that looks interesting because I have a feeling this is sort of a family, the Cop label.
Yeah.
So I just first I talked to Greg, I think it was, and then he said, well, you should
Yeah.
contact Christian because he knows your band and he really loves your music. So I just sent him a message.
Yeah.
And then we had a meeting, the three of us, and we were just talking about what are we expecting and what we want to do and stuff like that. We really hit it off. Christian is very easy to talk to, and he's a musician as well, so he understands. And there's a lot of freedom as well with the label. So yeah, we just thought this was the right thing to do for us at this moment.
Yeah, you know, the label is growing. There's so many new.
Yeah,
I mean, the website looks great. I mean, it's really well put together. You know, you can read about the band, you can hear their music. It's just right. You know, it's a very good. I guess if people don't know, they'll just go straight there and see it and everything.
yeah, they should. Yeah, they have like the new Stemming Westward.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Excellent. Yeah, excellent. Yeah.
yeah. So you know, I know that you also had the 11 tracks from the Fire Within album, which that's one I like with a lot of the Earthbound song, and I also like the cover of the Depeche Mode song you did there as well. That turned out really good, and I like the Fire Within and Half. What's the name of that song?
Half cost.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah.
So I mean, what are some of the inspiration that you I guess what inspires you to write something and then give it to Frank?
Well,
Is
it's
it-
the other way around, so
Yeah,
maybe Frank
it's the
should
other
go
way around.
first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I write all the music and do the arrangements and everything, and Yvette comes up with the lyrics and the melody lines for the vocals. And like I said before, you know, when I'm working on a song, I don't have the mood that Yvette's going to write for in my head. I don't know that yet. So I also have to, you know, get my inspiration from somewhere. And
Yeah.
we both have the same sort of feelings put into music and lyric wise. So that fits together. But anyway, when I send this stuff to Yvette, she comes up with the lyrics and the vocals, and then we start recording her vocals in my studio. And then from that point on, I just add the rest of the music and build it to, you know, something that we both can agree on in the end. And then I will do the final mix. That's basically how we work. So the mood is coming from the way how I write my music and how Yvette translates this into her lyrics and her melodies.
Yeah.
Let me explain a bit like further like on my part. So he sends me a demo, and that could be really basic, so just the guitar, just the piano, and sometimes this is a little bit more elaborate. And then because I write poetry, I don't write lyrics especially for a track. I just have like a book of poetry, and then I listen to the music, and then I think to myself, what is the feeling I get from this? So what is this music telling me? And then I just flip through the book, and then I go, oh, I think this could be a good fit. And then I just start experimenting with my voice, and then I just sing it, make a little demo and send it to Frank. And also I think what helps is that we have like similar taste in music.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we like the same bands. We have like the same influence. We both like Peter Hamill, for example, and Pink Floyd, and more the prog rock thing. We both love Bowie.
Yeah.
Things like Porcupine Tree and stuff like that. So I think that helps as well. You have like the same idea in your head when you start an album. And we also talk a lot about what are we trying to tell, you know, what do we want to do with this.
I mean, I can see that you guys have a mental telepathy going on, you know. I mean, you obviously can read each other's minds somehow, you know.
Always.
Well, I don't know about you. If you guys are fortune tellers, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, no, but we work very well together.
Yeah. Of course, sometimes it goes easier than other times, but and if we don't agree, we just keep on trying things out until we
Until we agree.
about the
Yeah.
interview.
So do you guys like get together to do that, or do you sometimes work apart and then you just send each other music? Because I know you live in the same place. You know.
No, we don't. No.
Okay.
No, Frank lives in
Mm.
Amsterdam. I used to live in Utrecht, which is like 30 minutes, but now I moved to Den Bosch, which is an hour. So
Okay.
But
Yeah.
we do have these sessions. I mean, Yvette comes to my studio, then we do the vocals.
Oh, okay.
And also, a sort of brand mark of our music is the layering of Yvette's vocals, of course. So we spend a lot of time doing that. And then afterwards, Yvette goes home, and then I'll start working on an arrangement. But we keep sending each other tracks of different possibilities and so on. And until we are, reasonably satisfied about it, and then perhaps we have to do a finishing touch. So Yvette has to come to my studio again to do, we do a vocal or do something extra. So it's a long process. It's not something that we just finish in a couple.
Oh, yeah.
It takes
No,
a
I'm
long time.
always amazed at people that record albums in like a month or something like that.
Yeah.
I think we worked on this album for like over a year or something.
Yeah.
Because we take a lot of time and effort into really shaping stuff. So as Frank says, we keep sending things back and forward. Like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? Should we do it like this? Louder, softer, more of this, less of this? So it's a process, which is nice because you kind of see it. Not always. Sometimes we just don't know what to do about, sometimes something is missing and we just don't know what it is. And then we keep trying, or Frank keeps trying. But in the end, it always works out great. Yeah.
We even have a couple of tracks left, for this album.
We
We
have,
have like 2 or 3 tracks that we didn't finish because we couldn't find the right solution. So perhaps it will
You can
come.
save it for next time.
Yeah. Those just need more time because we still weren't happy with them. So we just leave them and then it's like, do something else and we get back to those later because they have like potential, but they are just not right yet. So next album.
And I know, Frank, you play the guitar, you play the piano.
Well, I play everything that you hear. So.
Oh yeah.
Except for the violins, of course. When we don't have a violin player who can play the stuff that I have put in the arrangement, and I just use sampled violins, of course, that I play on the keyboard. But basically, everything you hear is what I play. So.
Mm-hmm.
What about the? I hear the flute in a.
Oh, that's
my best friend. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes. So we have like Einar Ille. He does the violin. He's an excellent violinist. And then we have Rina Vervoort. She's my best friend. She's a flute player. She used to be with me in Sea of Souls.
Oh.
Okay. Now she does tracks for Vaselyne as well. And we played live with them as well. So like the 4 of us.
I totally love the flute and the violin. I don't know, for some reason, it just invokes like something in my heart.
Yeah, it's melancholic, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just like I don't know what it is. I've always liked the violin and the flute. Yeah, and the piano, of course. Yeah,
you don't hear it that much though, flute in pop music. Yeah.
So
which
that's really amazing. Yeah. So you guys have any projects or you're working on outside of the collaboration with Vaselyne? Or currently?
Actually, Frank, maybe you can go first. Yeah.
Well, I started working with a guy from Canada that I know from the time back when we played with Xymox in America. We were touring with Mauve, Kelly.
Oh, okay.
And this is a new project. We finished an album, so it's going to be released next year. I think we did already 2 singles, but it's low profile. I'm not really putting too much effort in it to make it known yet, but. And then, of course, I have my own band, Born for Bliss, that I'm still working on. Probably a new album will be released next year. So, doing some remixes. And, of course, Yvette has a lot of stuff going on as well.
Yeah, I do a lot of collaborations, but I started something as well with John Andrews from Palais Ideal. Maybe you know them. He lives really nearby me, and we wanted to do something together for a while, so we just thought we'll just like start something, and we recorded our first track So we are planning on making an EP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's always nice to do like something else, and then you can get back and have like fresh ideas. And I like doing collaborations. I do I work with Attrition. I work with Black Needle Noise, of course. Yeah, I have something coming up with Young Sister. Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
So I know the future. I know there's probably something in live music coming up, right, for you guys as well, like tours. I'm sure. I don't know, maybe soon, because it's pandemic is kind of.
Well, yeah, we hope so, but I mean, nothing really sure, of course, right now.
Yeah, we're back on lockdown in the Netherlands, like
Really?
since yesterday. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know that. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like a small lockdown, so nothing is closed per se, but everything closes early, and they just reduced audiences again. So yeah, so we don't know yet. It's just we were planning to, but
of course, in the rest of Europe, everything is getting worse as well. So
really, that's just crazy. I mean, we're not in lockdown, but it looks like it's getting better here. But you just never know, right? I'm just so sick of this thing. Really
yeah,
am.
everyone.
Yeah.
I was just saying yesterday, when was the last time I went to a club? I don't even remember, like maybe like 2 years ago or something like that. So I really miss it. I miss live music. I miss meeting
Yeah, me
people.
too.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of bands going to be playing next year, and I hope that doesn't get canceled again.
Yeah, I have tickets, so hopefully, yeah.
I hope not.
But yeah, we're hoping to play next year. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll just start close by and then expand.
Yeah.
But we have to see what happens with COVID. Yeah.
I'm hoping you guys can come to the US, and I'll be there.
Yeah, we love to. Yeah.
Or maybe I'll go to Europe. I don't know. We'll see if I can fly there and they'll let me in.
Hawaii sounds nice as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. Have you guys been here? Have you guys been to Hawaii?
I've been on a big island. Yeah.
Oh, you have? Oh, Hilo.
Oh, yeah. I've never been to Hawaii. No.
Oh, yeah.
Would love to.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you come anytime. Well, we're looking forward to the album when it comes out in the beginning of next year, right? And
yeah, and then hopefully before that time we have a new single. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. First a new single, and then after.
And then the album. Yeah.
Yeah. So the single is "Waiting to Exhale," and you can find it on Comp International, COPINT.com, and also on your Bandcamp page. I know you have a Bandcamp page as well.
Yeah, and the videos on YouTube.
Yeah, you can also find it on thermalmusic.com. That's basically the Bandcamp page where everything is to be found, what we do. So
and of course your website, which is Vaselyne.com. That's V as in Victory, ASELYNE.
Yes.
To spell it. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you both for joining me. Wow, I learned so much in one day.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. And I hope to bring you guys back, in the future when something's up, something new comes
well,
up.
maybe when the album is released, we can talk again.
Yeah,
would be nice.
Definitely. Thank you very much, both of you. Let me just let me just stop the recording 1 second there.
Right.
Okay, stop.